হ্যালো এভরিবডি, সবাইকে আমার ক্লাসে স্বাগত জানাচ্ছি। আমি একটা সিংভি দিদি তোমাদের সাথে আজকে ইংলিশ গ্রামার নিয়ে আলোচনা করব। আর আজকের টপিক আছে ডিগ্রি অফ অ্যাডজেক্টিভ। অ্যাডজেক্টিভের ডিগ্রিগুলো নিয়ে আজকে আমরা আলোচনা করব। এটা একটা ইম্পর্টেন্ট টপিক তোমাদের এক্সাম পয়েন্ট অফ ভিউ থেকেও, আর এমনি একটা জেনারেল আইডিয়া হিসাবে ডিগ্রি অফ অ্যাডজেক্টিভ সেটা আমাদের জন্য খুবই ইম্পর্টেন্ট। তাহলে let us first talk about degree of adjective. What do we mean by degree? আচ্ছা, তোমরা সবাই দেখেছো ফ্যানের রেগুলেটরটা দেখেছো। রেগুলেটর দিয়ে কি করতে পারি আমরা? ফ্যানের স্পিডটা বাড়াতে বা কম করতে পারি, তাই তো? We can increase or decrease the speed of the fan. 1 minute. We can increase or decrease the speed of the fan, isn't it? Or mixie, if you have seen mixer grinder in your house, that also has switch which says 1, 2, 3. That means you can go from 1 to 3. It increases gradually the speed of the churning of the mixing speed ta badiye deয়। Degree সেটাই হয়। Degree দেখায় level কি, মানে আমরা যা বলছি এটা অ্যাডজেক্টিভ নিয়ে কথা বলছি আমরা। অ্যাডজেক্টিভ মানে কি হলো? অ্যাডজেক্টিভ ওই সব ওয়ার্ড যা নাউনের সম্বন্ধে কিছু বলে, প্রশংসা করে বা সমালোচনা করে। আইদার ইট ইজ প্রেজিং অর ইট ইজ ক্রিটিসাইজিং, ইজন্ট ইট? লাইক সে গুড বয়, good boy. So here good, it's praising the boy, saying something nice about the boy. Or bad boy, criticizing the boy, saying something bad about the boy. So both these words are what? They are adjectives, isn't it? So adjectives are basically those words which say something about the noun, something good or something bad. It can be either good or bad. এই দুটো টাইপ তো হয়, ভালো বলতে পারি বা মন্দ বলতে পারি। এই সবকটা ওয়ার্ড অ্যাডজেক্টিভ। এবার কত ভালো বা কত মন্দ এই লেভেলটা বোঝানোর জন্য আমরা ডিগ্রি ব্যবহার করি। ডিগ্রি অফ অ্যাডজেক্টিভ, হাউ গুড অর হাউ ব্যাড is good, but how good is he? Or the girl is pretty, how pretty is she? তো এই হাউ ব্যাপার বোঝানোর জন্য আমরা অ্যাডজেক্টিভ, ডিগ্রি অফ অ্যাডজেক্টিভ ব্যবহার করি। তোমরা তাড়াতাড়ি জয়েন করো, যারা জয়েন করছো এখন তোমাদেরকে বলে দিই আজকে আমাদের টপিক আছে ডিগ্রি অফ অ্যাডজেক্টিভ। এটা কত প্রকারের হয় আর কিভাবে আমরা ডিগ্রিটা চেঞ্জ করতে পারি এটা আমরা আলোচনা করব আজকে ক্লাসে। আর সঙ্গে সঙ্গে আলোচনা করব যা কিভাবে আমরা সেন্টেন্সে ইউজ করতে পারি। হাউ ক্যান উই ইউজ দ্য ডিফারেন্ট ডিগ্রিজ অফ অ্যাডজেক্টিভ ইন আ সেন্টেন্স, লাইক হোয়াট আর দ্য রুলস অফ ইউজিং, isn't it? We are given to write fill in the blanks in exam or whatever, and we have to decide which degree of adjective will come here, and we get confused. So I will tell you how to solve this problem, like how to know for sure that it will be comparative degree or superlative degree. Okay, so let's continue. I would just wait for 2 more minutes. Join quickly. I had given you the time from 3 p.m. So please join quickly then so that we can start our topic. So today we are doing degree of adjective. So as you can see, there are few words that I have written on the board. Clever, big, rare, happy, beautiful, good. Now this is the first degree, which is known as positive degree. Positive degree. Positive degree is also known as absolute form. Absolute form. So these are the absolute forms. Next will come comparative. Comparative degree. This is the second level of degree of comparison. And the third level is superlative degree. This is the highest degree of comparison. So, we have 3 degrees of comparison. First is positive degree, which is also known as absolute form. Then we have comparative degree. And then we have superlative degree. So let us quickly see what different degrees are for these words. So the first one is clever. Clever. So what is the comparative degree of clever? Cleverer. So we add ER. Cleverer. And superlative degree will be cleverest. You don't have to write now. You just pay attention to the class. Writing you can do later on when I give you the video. You can see it again and then do the writing. Though I would insist you to write down all the words in your copy. So, clever is cleverer, cleverest. Big, B-I-G-G-E-R, bigger. And superlative is B-I-G-G-E-S-T, biggest. So here we repeat the last letter. I will tell you exactly when to do all this. First, let us just go through the degrees of these words. Rare. Rare will be R-A-R-E-R. Rarer. We are adding just R. And superlative will be rarest. Sorry, we are adding ST. Then the next is happy. What are we doing in case of happy? We write I-E-R. Happier. And then it will be happy, happiest. So basically, what am I doing with these examples? I am giving you all the rules that we follow when we are changing the degree of adjective. Beautiful. It's a very big word. We don't write ER or R or IER. We just write more. More. We add more and most. More beautiful. When the word is very big, we add more. And in case of superlative, it will be most beautiful. In case of superlative, most. So more and most. We use more and most when the word is comparatively bigger. Then good. Here we change the entire word. Good becomes better. And superlative becomes best. So, my dear students, these are all the rules that we have to follow when we are changing the degree of adjective. Let us see once again. So, in the first case, we added ER and EST. So, we can make comparative and superlative degree by adding ER and EST. In the second case, we repeated the last letter G and then added ER. Okay. So in some of the cases we have to repeat the last letters. I will tell you exactly when. In the case of superlative degree, same. Last letter repeat and EST. Rare. Here we are adding just R. Okay. And in case of superlative we are adding ST. Then happy. Here we are removing the Y and adding I and then ER. So it becomes IER. And similarly in the superlative IEST. So all these cases we are using different methods. Beautiful, since it is a very big word, we add more and we add most. And in case of some word, we just change the entire word. So these are the different methods how we do the changing from comparative degree to superlative degree, positive degree to comparative and to superlative degree. So what are they? Either we add ER, EST or repeat the last letter and add ER, EST, just add R, ST or IER, IEST, more and most, change the entire word altogether. Now, how would we know when to do what? That is also pretty simple. Like clever, okay? It's a word which has more than one syllable. Clever, clever. verb, and it does not end in E. So we just write ER. Okay. Now, what are other words where we can write just ER and make it comparative? It can be bright, it can be brighter, brightest, just adding ER. Then it can be fair, fairer, fairest. So where the word is little bigger, then and does not end in E or Y, we add ER. I'll give you the examples in a moment. Next, see, big. All these small words, big, then it comes wet, three-letter words. All the three-letter words, adjective, in that case we repeat the last letter. Okay? So big becomes bigger, B-I-G-G-E-R. Wet becomes wetter, W-E-T-T-E-R. Okay, all three-letter words. Remember, three-letter words. Basically, sometimes it can be four-letter also. Rare, those words which end in E, we add only R. So R-A-R-E, rare, it ends in E. So we add just R or S-T. Happy, all those words which end in Y, we replace the Y with I and add ER. Happy. Then we have lot of other words like we have pretty, angry. All these words which end in Y, we change Y to I and then add ER or EST. Beautiful, big word like interesting or boring. Okay, so interesting. The book is interesting. The book is more interesting than the other one. This is the most interesting book of all. So, interesting is also a big word. To make it comparative, we use more. Superlative, we use most. In case of big words, we use more and most. Then comes good, where we change the word altogether. Better and best. Bad becomes worse, worst. Far becomes furthest, further, furthest. So that way. Now let us quickly see some of the examples where we do changes by following these principles like ER. So what are the other words in which we can make comparative and superlative by adding ER? Let us quickly see that. Okay, just give me 1 second. So you can write this down later on. I will rub it now because I have to see the examples. Okay. So we are looking for those words where we can make comparative and superlative by adding ER. So can you think of any of such words? You can tell me in comment section quickly. Mention some of the words, some of the adjectives where we can change the degree by adding ER or EST. ER or EST. What are those words? Quickly, anybody? You can write it in the comment section. Okay. Let us see one by one. What are those words? So, first we have, as I told you, bright. Bright. Then we have clean. Then we have fast. Then we have cold. Then we have poor. We have tall. All these words we can make comparative degree by adding ER. Bright, bright, test. Okay, so you can just write it down in your copy. I will not write all of them. Clean, cleaner, cleaner. Just add er, est. Fast, faster, fastest. Er, est. Cold, similarly, poor, tall. Then we have other words: strong, proud, quiet. Many words are there which where we add er and est. Then next will come where we repeat the last letter. Where we repeat the last letter. So what will be those words? Can you think of any word? It will be generally 3-letter word, monosyllable word, like first is only 4-letter. Thin. So here what do we do? When we make comparative degree, what do? We double the last letter, thinner. Thin, n is repeated. Please keep this in mind. N is repeated. And similarly, in case of superlative also, it will be thinest. N is repeated and then est. Here er. So thin. It is a monosyllable word. Thin. Just one. Syllable means like we don't use any other sound. Thin. Only one sound is there. Okay. So in those cases, and these are generally small words. So in case of small words only, we repeat the last letter. Fat. F-A-T. Fat. Fat. Monosyllable. So here, to make it comparative, we repeat T and then add ER. We repeat the T and then add ER. Remember students, when it is a monosyllable word, generally the small words, 3-letter words, 4-letter words, in these cases, we repeat the last letter. Fattest, double T and then est. Okay, then hot. Same, we write 2T, hotter, H-O-T-T-E-R. H-O-T-T-E-R and H-O-T-T-E-S-T, hottest. Then we have mad, sad. Then we have wet. So you can see all these are generally 3-letter words, monosyllable words, where we repeat the last letter. I hope you understand. So the next will be, the third category will be R or ST, R and ST. So which are the words where we just use R? Generally, naturally, it will be those words where the last letter is E. Okay, the words which end in E, because E is already there, so we don't have to add yet another E. We just add an R. So what are those words? Quickly, can you think of any such word which end in E? Any such adverb actually? Adverb which ends in E. So what are those adverbs? Let me just change my pen. Tell me if you find difficulty in seeing. I'm using green. Then we have, some words like close. Can you see the green color? Green color is little vague. Wise. So all these words, they end in E. Strange. Then we have huge. Then we have rude. Okay? Loose. So all these words, they have E at the end. Okay? And to make comparative degree, all we have to do is add an R. Closer. Closest. Wiser. Wisest. Stranger. Now stranger has got another meaning also. Stranger is the person, but it can be like strange, stranger, strangest. Stranger is a what? Homonym. Huge, huger, hugest. I've never heard, but then huger, never heard such word, but it is there. Hugest. So we just add R and EST. Ruder, more rude. Rudest of all. It can more rude. No, it is ruder. We don't generally use it, but that's how it is. Rudest. Then loose. Loser. That's fine. Loosest. I hope it's making sense to you, students. So these are the words where we just use R. The word which finishes in E, to make comparative, just add R, and to make superlative, add ST. Then the next one is where we replace Y by I. So all those letters which ends in Y, they need to be changed like that. Like replace the Y with I and then add ER or EST. So what are those words? Can you think of any word which ends in Y? Quickly, children. Happy we have seen, then pretty, 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 angry, pretty, angry, busy, busy, what else? Lovely, lovely, then silly, ugly. So these are the words where the last letter, that is Y, it will change to I. We will change Y to I and then add ER and EST. So pretty simple. So these are basically, these are rules. We don't have to learn these rules as we go on using the language, we get to know them. Like they are just very simple things, isn't it? They come by practice. The more we practice, the more we shall be able to keep all these things in our mind. So that's how it is. So pretty, what will be comparative? T-T-I-E-R. So the Y changes to I. Y টাকে আমরা I দিয়ে চেঞ্জ করে দিয়েছি। আর সুপারলেটিভে কি করলাম? P-R-E-T-T-I-E-S-T. So EST remains same, just it is I in place of Y. So similarly in all these cases here, all the Y's have to be replaced by I and then ER and EST. So you can just, I'll give you 10 seconds to just, don't write now, but then you write it down later on when you see the video again. Okay? So this is about Y, where we change it into I and ER. Then where do we use more and most? Which words we use more and most? So as I have told you, those are usually the big words like interesting, beautiful, then boring, then complicated, important, dangerous, more dangerous, most dangerous. Crossing the river is more dangerous than climbing the mountain. Okay? Climbing the mountain is the most dangerous of all. So, like that. In case of bigger word, we use more and most. So, I'm not writing the words. I'm just telling you once again so that you can write it down later on. Interesting, important, dangerous, third one dangerous, complicated and boring. So that's all. And when do we use different words altogether? In case of good, better, best, bad, worst, worst, and far, further, furthest. There are not many words in which the entire word is changed, usually these three. So it's enough to know these examples. So I hope children you have understood the rules that we follow to make comparative degree and superlative degree. Now quickly I shall just tell you how to use these degrees in sentences. Come, let's see that quickly and then we shall be good. I hope you are getting the lesson. I hope you are able to understand. It is visible. The board is clear and all. Though I am not able to check what you all are asking me today. But I would appreciate if you have any question, you can write down in the comment section. I shall definitely answer them. Okay? Now let us quickly go through some of the examples. So examples. Say, Yes, my dear students, just look at the sentences. In the first sentence, Shimla, it should be Shimla. Shimla is dash cold as Darjeeling. So the meaning is Shimla and Darjeeling, they are same temperature. They are both are same. None is more colder or less colder than the other. They have same temperature. So here we shall write as cold as. So when there is no comparison, when the two things are equal, then we write as cold as or as beautiful as thin as. Whatever it means, the level is same. Okay. So when you will see as, then you will understand that we have to use the absolute form. Now Mohan is then Ashok. So one person is there. So it will be taller. When comparison is done between two persons or two things, then we use the comparative degree. Okay, and we shall know this when there is a than, than then. These are the hints. Okay, suppose if there is than in the sentence, you will automatically write the comparative. That means er. You will add er to the word taller than. So comparative degree will always have that when there is comparison between two persons, then there will always be than, than. So these are the hints, my dear children. Sita, Sita, it should be Sita. Sita is the smart girl in the class. In the class. Now the comparison is not between one or two, it is with the whole group. Okay. In this case, we use the superlative degree. Smartest. Smartest is the. You will come to know with this the. It will always be followed by the article the. Okay. And when it is the whole group, that means in the class, it signifies the whole group. Then you will give the superlative degree. So these are the type of question that we are asked. The word is given, now you have to decide. তোমাদেরকে decide করতে হবে এখানে পজিটিভ আসবে না কম্পারেটিভ আসবে না সুপারলেটিভ আসবে। তাহলে পজিটিভ যদি as আছে তাহলে পজিটিভ দেবে, যদি than আছে তাহলে কম্পারেটিভ দেবে, আর যদি the আছে তখন সুপারলেটিভ দেবে। ঠিক আছে? তাহলে এটাই হলো, এই দুটো জিনিস তোমাদেরকে বোঝাতে চাইছিলাম আমি, কিভাবে তোমরা কম্পারেটিভ আর সুপারলেটিভ ডিগ্রি ফর্ম করবে আর সেন্টেন্সে কিভাবে তোমরা ব্যবহার করবে। আমি একটু দেখে নিই, যদি টাইম আছে তাহলে আমি কয়েকটা সেন্টেন্স দেবো, তোমরা খাতায় করবে। তোমরা এই সেন্টেন্সগুলো খাতায় টুকে নিও। প্লিজ রাইট ডাউন দিস সেন্টেন্সেস ইন ইউর, ইটস আ ভেরি সিম্পল সেন্টেন্স ফ্রম ইউর বুক only, but you can write it down in your copy. Let me just check the time. If you have any question, you can ask. 30 আধ ঘন্টা হয়ে গেছে। তোমাদের কোয়েশ্চেন আজকে আমি দেখতে পাচ্ছি না। আচ্ছা দাঁড়াও, রুডেস্ট অ্যাংরিয়ার হবে। ভেরি গুড, ভালো, তোমরা কোয়েশ্চেন করছো ভালো। তাহলে আমি 2 মিনিট আর নেব, ঠিক আছে? I'll take just 2 minutes. I'll give you few sentences, you write down in your copy. You write down in your copy, okay? All of you, have you made my copy or not? You will write Ekta Didi's copy, okay? Ekta Didi's copy, where you shall just write down whatever board work I do, you just write down in your copy. Okay, now take these sentences. Do as directed. Or rather, write the correct degree of adjective. Okay, so I will just write few sentences and I'll not mention the adjective that you will write down. I hope you can see. Today I am dash bracket good. Then yesterday. Sandakfu is the dash high peak of Bengal. Number 3, you are as dash thin as me. I like dash bright colors. And the last one, can you see? This is the dash happy day of my life. Please do this and send it to me in comment section. I would like to see it in the comment section. Okay, you can do it in your copy also, but if you write it down in comment section, I would understand that you are following the class and you are learning the concept. So that's all for now, my dear students. I hope you have understood the class, and thank you for joining, and do keep coming to my class, and do give like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much. Have a great day.